Have you ever stood shoulder to shoulder with a crowd of tourists at a famous national park wondering, is this really what nature is supposed to feel like? Well, what if I told you some of the most breathtaking, wild, and shockingly empty national parks are ones you've probably never even heard of? Forget the traffic jams at Yellowstone. Skip the selfie sticks at Yosemite. Today, I'm taking you on a journey to 10 hidden national park gems that might just blow the big names out of the water. Stick around. One of these might be your next unforgettable trip. Hey there, fellow explorers. Welcome back to the channel, where we uncover the world's most amazing places without the crowds. If you're into secret spots, jaw-dropping views, and once-in-a-lifetime adventures, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into 10 national parks you've probably never heard of. And trust me, they deserve a spot on your bucket list. Before we jump in, don't forget to like this video if you love discovering new places, subscribe for more hidden gems every week, and drop a comment telling us which of these parks you'd love to visit. All right, let's hit the trail. 1. North Cascades National Park, Washington. Let's start with a park that's somehow been called America's Alps, yet barely anyone goes there. North Cascades is just a few hours from Seattle, but it only gets a fraction of the visitors that Mount Rainier or Olympic do. It's home to over 300 glaciers, jagged mountain peaks, and turquoise lakes that look like they were filtered by Instagram. But they're 100% real. What's better? You might hike for hours and not see a single soul. Just you, the trees, and the sound of ice cracking in the distance. If you want solitude and drama in your landscapes, this is the place. National Park 2. Great Basin National Park, Nevada. Nevada isn't just about Las Vegas, and Great Basin proves it. This park feels like stepping into another world. With ancient bristlecone pines that are over 5,000 years old, a glacier at 13,000 feet, and some of the clearest night skies in the U.S. Ever wanted to see the Milky Way with your naked eye? This is the spot. And get this, it's one of the least visited parks in the country. So you can stargaze without light pollution and hike up Wheeler Peak without a crowd. 3. Lassen Volcanic National Park, California. Everyone flocks to Yosemite, but Lassen is like its fiery cousin, bubbling, steaming, and full of volcanic weirdness. It's home to all 4 types of volcanoes. Yes, there are 4, and tons of geothermal features, boiling springs, mud pots, fumaroles. It's like a smaller, quieter Yellowstone. You can hike up Lassen Peak for an epic view, explore Bum Pass Hell, yep, that's what it's called, and feel like you've discovered a prehistoric planet. Plus, it's way less crowded and way more bizarre. 4. Congaree National Park, South Carolina. Ever been to a swamp that sings? Congaree isn't your typical forest. Located in South Carolina, it's a lush, otherworldly floodplain filled with towering old-growth hardwood trees, some of the tallest in the eastern U.S. You can kayak through flooded forests, hike on elevated boardwalks, and in the summer, witness synchronized fireflies putting on a magical light show. It's quiet, hauntingly beautiful, and totally unexpected. And the best part? Hardly anyone knows about it. 5. Dry Tortugas National Park, Florida. Now, let's talk island paradise. Dry Tortugas is a remote national park made up of tiny islands in crystal-clear water, located about 70 miles west of Key West. You can only get there by boat or seaplane, which keeps the crowds away. Once you arrive, you'll find Fort Jefferson, an old Civil War-era fortress, surrounded by some of the best snorkeling and diving in the country. It's wild, it's remote, it's beautiful, and it feels like you've left the U.S. altogether. 6. Theodore Roosevelt National Park, North Dakota. This one's named after the president who basically invented the idea of protecting nature. Theodore Roosevelt National Park is like a blend of Yellowstone and the Badlands, but with a Wild West twist. You'll see bison herds, wild horses, canyons, painted hills, and some of the quietest hiking trails in the country. And the sunsets? Unreal. If you're looking for rugged solitude and underrated beauty, this is it. 7. Guadalupe Mountains National Park, Texas. Big Bend gets all the hype in Texas, but Guadalupe Mountains is the state's true hidden gem. It's home to the highest peak in Texas, Guadalupe Peak, ancient fossil reefs, and stunning desert scenery. The hiking here is legit, challenging, scenic, and so worth it. And again, barely any visitors. If you're into solitude, high-altitude hikes, and discovering the lesser-known side of Texas, put this on your list. National Park 8. Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park, Colorado. This park is jaw-dropping, and not just because of the views. Black Canyon is home to one of the steepest, narrowest canyons in North America. The walls drop thousands of feet almost vertically, creating dramatic shadows and rock faces that seem impossible. It's not a gentle stroll. This is hardcore geology at its finest. There are easy lookouts, but also intense hikes, and even rock climbing routes for the bold. And compared to Rocky Mountain National Park, this place is practically a secret. Milky Way 9. Voyageurs National Park, Minnesota. This park is all about water. Over 40% of it is lakes, rivers, and streams. It's basically a canoe or kayak paradise. But here's the wild part. You can camp on islands, navigate by boat between campsites, and even catch the northern lights if you time it right. Voyageurs is peaceful, remote, and full of wildlife. Loons calling, eagles soaring, moose at the shoreline. It's like Canada snuck into the U.S., and nobody told the tourists. 10. Wrangell, St. Elias National Park, Alaska. We're ending with the largest national park in the United States, and one of the least visited. Wrangell, St. Elias, is over 13 million acres. That's bigger than 9 Yellowstones combined. It has active volcanoes, massive glaciers, wild rivers, and entire ghost towns abandoned by gold miners. It's remote, rugged, and totally untamed. If you want a true off-the-grid adventure, this is the ultimate frontier. But be warned, this park doesn't cater to casual tourists. It's for the bold, the prepared, and the curious. So there you have it, 10 national parks that most people skip, but probably shouldn't. From glacial peaks to volcanic valleys, swamps to islands, these places are raw, wild, and waiting to be explored, without the crowds, the lines, or the noise. Have you been to any of these? Or did one just jump to the top of your bucket list? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing where you're dreaming of going next. And hey, if you enjoyed this trip through the road less traveled, hit that like button, subscribe for more offbeat adventures, and don't forget to share this with a friend who needs some new travel inspo. Until next time, stay curious, stay adventurous, and I'll see you in the next one.